What if you could stop waking up feeling exhausted every single day? Not by sleeping more, not by cutting your hours, but by doing one thing differently in the 5 minutes after you clock off. The chefs who figured this out don't feel drained anymore. They finish 12, 14, 16-hour shifts with something still left in the tank. And it all starts with understanding why you never have energy. The reason isn't exhaustion, it's how you use it. Because you already have more energy than you think. It's just trapped in the wrong habits. And when you learn to redirect that, not adding more effort, but channeling what's already there, you stop feeling drained all the time and you start feeling in control again. There's a concept called energy transmutation, and it sounds fancy, but it's actually simple. It just means turning one form of energy into another. Stress into strength, frustration into focus. And every high-performing athlete does this without realizing. But chefs, you do it as well. You turn chaos into service every single night. It's Saturday night, you're 10 tickets deep, the fryers are screaming, orders are flying out. You take that and somehow make it flow, so it's absolutely seamless for the guest. That's transmutation. You've been doing it your whole career. You just haven't learned how to do it with your body and your recovery yet. But let's be honest, the real exhaustion isn't just physical. It's the kind that creeps in after a 12-hour shift. Your feet ache, your brain won't switch off, you eat whatever's left over from staff meal, or you grab a kebab on your way home. And you know that feeling when you finally get home, shoes off, TV on, but your mind's still racing, like you're still on the pass? That's not rest. You're still in go mode, even when the shift's over. It's chronic overstimulation. And unfortunately, you can't outsleep or out-caffeine that kind of fatigue. But here's the thing, right? Almost everything we do after work is about escaping discomfort, not recovering from it. The drinking, the scrolling, the late night takeaway. They're all just ways to take the edge off, to numb the noise. They make you feel better right now, but they keep you stuck in that loop tomorrow and the next day and next week. And one of my clients said to me, I don't even enjoy having a drink after work anymore. I just don't know what else to do after service ends. And that really stuck with me because it's not about willpower, it's about having a better outlet. And you already know this. You know that stretching would help. You know that a proper meal would help. You know that sleeping for longer would help. But after 12, 14, 16 hours on your feet, you just can't bring yourself to actually do it. And I'll be honest with you, that's not weakness. I used to think that I was just lazy, that other people had more discipline or more drive than I did. But really, I was just burned out from giving everything at work and having nothing left over for myself. It's your body trying to protect itself from more effort. It's choosing comfort over progress because it doesn't see a better option. You're not drained, you're disconnected. The energy's still there, it's just tangled up in stress. It's like power that's stuck behind a blown fuse. You don't need more energy, you just need to reconnect it. Here's what it looks like. Service ends, you finally clock off, you get home, collapse onto the sofa, phone out, scroll, numb out for an hour or two, then sleep badly, wake up exhausted, grab some caffeine, repeat. It's the same every day, but your body never actually resets. You're just coping instead of recovering. It's like a kitchen that keeps setting off the smoke alarm. Every time it goes off, you open a window. Problem solved for 5 minutes. But you never clean the extractor fan that's actually causing that to happen. So the alarm just keeps coming back louder. And that's what your body's doing. You keep cracking a window, but never fixing the fan. So what if you stopped seeing fatigue as failure and you started seeing it as feedback? That soreness, that stiffness, that I can't be bothered feeling. It's just your body saying, hey, I'm overloaded, you need to change something. So instead of just numbing out, replace the end of shift autopilot with one small recovery ritual. Could be a 10-minute walk to flush out the legs, a 2-minute breathing reset before bed, a stretching flow while the pasta boils, or just swapping the post-shift pint for a glass of water first. None of this is glamorous, but it's the difference between staying stuck and actually bouncing back. And when I started doing this myself, even just short walks after a shift, I didn't really notice much at first, but just a week later, my legs weren't aching as much after work, and my head was a lot quieter on the way home. That tiny win made it all stick, because movement actually creates energy. It sends blood back to the muscles, it clears stress hormones, and it tells your nervous system we're safe again. That's when your body unlocks recovery. And suddenly you wake up less heavy. Not from sleeping longer, but because you finally sent the right signal. It's exactly like resetting the kitchen after service. The cleaner it is now, the easier it is to start fresh in the morning. And your body's the same. Movement is the cleanup crew. Another way to frame it is if you think of your energy like a pilot light. You don't need a full fire every single day. You just need to keep that small flame alive. Short walks, simple meals, 5 minutes of winding down. Every small spark keeps the system ready to ignite when you need it most. And look, it's not about perfection. There'll be doubles, hangovers, chaos, last minute rotors. You'll miss a day, you'll eat cold chips at midnight. But that doesn't kill your progress. What kills your progress is thinking that you have to fully restart every single time it happens. And consistency isn't about doing it all the time. It's about coming back to it every time. So here's your challenge. Next time you clock off, before you collapse, move for 5 minutes. Walk, stretch, breathe, whatever feels doable. That single act flips the switch from coping to recovering. And if you do that twice this week, you'll already feel the difference by next weekend. And if you're thinking, what's 5 minutes going to do? That's exactly what I thought as well. Turns out 5 minutes was all it took to change how I felt the next day. If you still feel stuck right now, it's not because you're lazy. It's because you're still coping instead of recovering. Once you start transmuting your stress into strength and your frustration into energy, getting in shape stops being a battle and it starts feeling like relief. So try this out, and when you're ready to start adding in some exercise or the odd gym session, you can find out how to do that in this video. And don't forget to subscribe.